they did not know that they could collect. Let's just start with the basics. So people, maybe someone just did not know that they could go and collect. What else?
Actually, a task force was constituted by the CJ just to look into this matter. Why don't people come to collect this money? And there were very simple reasons. Number one, they didn't know, because people don't differentiate between cash bail and fine. So most of them would think it was a fine, and therefore that money has gone.
Yeah.
And that is why we are creating an initiative for the last 1 year. We've been engaging the courts to actually inform the public, come back for your money, if the suit has been concluded, so they come for it. Number two, you'll be surprised that even advocates withhold a lot of their money. They have deposited monies in civil matters. Their clients have not come for it. Truth be told, I always like saying the truth. Long time, the processes were really long and tedious. You know, when you guys still have newspapers, I think we abandoned these things.
We make them work.
I don't even know how to flip it. So the process used to be manual. So by the time you go to accounts, you pay. It's a manual process. They have their register. There's a court file that has a receipt. And before it goes round the whole process, you get tired.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was fatigue. So now we have automated that process. So at least now it's faster. Number two, you'd lose your original documents. And once you lose that receipt, you'd be like, how will I get my money back? So you forget about it. Number three, because the court process is long, you forget that you kept your money somewhere. And you just don't go back for it. And this accused person doesn't inform you, I've been set free or I'm in custody, come for your money. So it's just information, basically. Yeah, just information.
Okay. Where does the judiciary keep the money when it receives cash bail money?
Wonderful. I was waiting for that question. Number one, that we have different accounts. We have the deposit account and the revenue account. So the money remains in the deposit account. But now we have engaged with the UFA, Unclaimed Financial Assets, who usually now disperse that money. They hold all the monies, the banks submit their money, shares, dividends. UFA holds it.
Okay.
So we are working together with UFA. In the event we fail to find these people, they fail to come, we'll release that money to UFA, and now UFA will continue looking for those people until they get their money.
Okay.
So we are in that transition stage. If we are come for your money, if you don't come for it, we release it to UFA. UFA will continue looking for you.
Okay.
So it sits in a deposit account.
Yes.
Through the duration of this.
Yes.
Of course, there's more money coming in, some money going out. This account is basically busy and it's running.
Yes.
Is it earning interest, this money?
Now, thank God I can claim, I don't know.
Because
I don't know of anything financials.
when I come to claim, and it's a couple of years later, am I only, if I had posted bail for 50,000 shillings, am I coming to collect 50,000 shillings, or is there going to be a recalculation, inflation, adjustment, and all those things?
It will be the 50,000. Yes.
Okay.
We are not a banking institution.
You're putting the money in the bank.
So the question is what is UFA? UFA is Unclaimed
Financial
Assets
Authority,
right?
Yes.
And I think we've had a couple of conversations with them as well in terms of what they're holding and to get back to folks. And so this would fall, and some of the money that they hold also would come from the judiciary because of these unclaimed bail. Now, bail is set, like you told us, in order to guarantee that an individual will come back to court, either to face charge or to attend trial, etc., etc.
Yes.
Now, that guarantee that you set, you're basically saying, I myself will bring myself at a later date.
Yes.
If the court sees that you would not come back for whatever reason, like you say, you can look at somebody and tell if this person is being genuine or not, then there is a likelihood then that the judicial officer will not grant bail. So bail can be denied at that point. And what happens is that you sit in remand until the case is heard.
Yes.
Am I right so far?
Correct.
Okay. What happens in the instance when an individual decides, like we see it in the movies all the time, where they decide to jump bail and then just disappear?
We'll find you. Now, at that particular instance, the court will cancel the bond.
Okay.
If it was a cash bail, that cash bail will be forfeited to the state, so it's going to be revenue. Okay. If it's a title now, here's where now the surety. We look for the surety because the surety will be easy to find. Because remember, the time you're giving your surety, we collect all the information about you. Right. Where you live, your phone number, your alternative phone number, your next of kin, your village elder, and the mukasa. We have all those details in the file. Yeah. So we'll go for your surety. Your surety will come, and if the surety fails to produce that particular person, he pays that amount that he said he was going to pay.
Can I take a few steps back?
Yes.
Sorry, please, because I think it's important before you say the next thing is that what would characterize the jumping of bail? Have you said, okay, come on the 19th of September for hearing number 1?
Yeah.
I don't come. Do you give me another chance?
No, right
Such
there.
as Friday the 20th?
No,
I'm supposed to
right
come
there.
on the 19th. I don't come on the 19th. That's it.
You cancel the bail then and there.
Then and there. Instant. And then issue warrants of arrest. So while this particular arm of government is pursuing the surety,
right,
there's somebody else now, the police are still pursuing the accused person.
Okay.
And then they are found.
Okay.
Even if it takes 2 years, we'll find you.
What if the person is actually not jumping bail, just like wanting to jump bail, but on this particular day, something happened. They were not able. They are unwell. They were not able to come to court. Something big happened.
Good. And that's why you have your sureties. So you send somebody to court with evidence that indeed this particular person is not able to come because they are unwell. Here's their document. We kindly request for another date.
I was coming to court, Your Honor. I got an accident.
Yes.
On the way, right?
Yeah.
On Mombasa Road, got an accident. Case is 9 a.m. So I'm not in court at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And you read the file. Where is the accused? Not here. And you're saying you're not even going to give another chance. You cancel surety immediately. I'm here. I'm being naongezwa maji.
Will you come back?
Yes, I am willing.
The day when you'll come, you'll explain to the courts.
But you've already
cancelled. I've cancelled, but there's a process before, either if it's cash bail, there's a process that we can still restore. If it has not been forfeited to the state, we'll restore it back. But if it was forfeited, you'll just have to pay afresh.
Okay. So in this instance, that money you said goes to revenue. That becomes judicial revenue?
The government's revenue.
It becomes government revenue. So it will go to that
treasury.
Yeah. Okay. So if an explanation then comes, but you said it can't. If an explanation
it's over because it's already it's no longer even in our custody at that particular moment.
So, but the case is still alive.
Yes.
The case is still alive. This individual, now it goes back to what you were saying before I interrupted you.
Yeah.
That they cancel that. It goes to revenue.
The surety. Yeah, it goes to.
So
revenue.
Now you're going back to get surety from. It could be my personal surety. Can you bank on my personal surety if you've cancelled the bail and that has gone towards revenue? Will you still bank on my personal surety?
Yes, I'll come for you. But you see, I remember I told you it's alternative. So if it was cash bail, that's different. Money has gone to treasury.
Yeah.
If it is a title deed, I will get now the owner of the title deed. I ask you pay. If you fail to pay, then I will sell your land.
But the case is still alive.
Yeah. But where is the accused person? And that is why now, before you stand surety for someone, you must believe in this person.
So what if the accused person then turns up? There's a reason I've been away. There's something has happened.
I said I got an accident on Mombasa Road. Go come into court. As the magistrate is saying, ako wapi huyu, mimi naongezwa maji hapa mata.
Okay, you see those are outliers. You see, if indeed you are very sick, then the court will consider.
Okay.
But there are some people who skip bail and they go to Tanzania and Uganda. But these sureties, when they hear their title deed is going to be sold,
they show up.
They show up. In fact, they bring them themselves. They hold their hands and say, Mheshimiwa Njo huyu, in fact, I don't want to stand surety for him anymore. Release me, mweke ndani. And we'll release you, go with your title, baby. Be the guest of the state.
Okay, you'll be a guest of the state, but let's look at what can happen. Because at the end of the day, we understand that there's justice that would want to be applied, and I think that there are explanations or reasons that somebody would give. How lenient would court be? How lenient would the judicial officer be to say, okay, fine, you went to Tanzania, whatever temporary insanity you had, all right, your bail has been cancelled, you may be in remand. what are the chances of you then reapplying for that situation to say, okay, I will behave myself this time, Your Honor?
Okay, depending. How did the surety describe the situation he had to go through to capture you back? So if it was you're sick, he found you in hospital, like he was sick, he was in hospital, but I don't want this headache anymore, release me. But if indeed this person had to go through Safaricom, trace this person, CID, trace this person, then honestly,
we're not going to give you bail again.
Yeah. To malize a case.
So you'll be a guest of the state until we finish the case? Okay. Okay. Not fun. All right. So now, even as we look at, as some of these cases develop and you see things like this happen, I want to look at the case whereby you talk, because I'm still stuck on these two, where you talk about acquitted or sentenced, right? Yeah. So now, as an individual is sentenced, does all of this cease? This whole, if it's bail, if it's bond, whatever it is, you get your things back and you remain sentenced, whether it is a fine that you will be asked to pay or whether it is a custodial sentence that you will have to serve, all of this becomes history.
We release all of that. Because you see, the purpose was, we want you until the day of judgment.
Okay.
So it is a date of judgment. Everything else that was holding you to remain here, to ensure that you're always before me when I need you, we release. You get your cash bail, you get your surety, gone.
Okay. And we go to this money that's being held that maybe goes from the judiciary to UFA. What if it's in the case of somebody having been deceased?
Wonderful. In fact, we'll be very happy to give that to UFA. As UFA waits for the succession papers, then now the people who are beneficiaries will claim it at UFA.
Now, what if in this time where we're still dealing with these bail, bond, surety issues, and the person actually does become deceased?
The surety?
Both.
Or the accused?
The accused or
if the accused
the person who's giving surety?
All right. If the accused dies, the case is over. Because he was the one who offended the state. So there's no case. If the surety dies, then it is the honor of the accused person to inform the court that indeed my surety died and I have a replacement. Here's a replacement. If they don't do that, the estate of now the deceased will actually come to court and say, our father passed away, we want our title deed. And therefore now you'll tell the accused person, get a replacement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have to come.
Because we're in the society.
Yeah. We understand each other.
We need some certain clarifications because as far as very many of us know, the justice process begins when you're arrested. Okay, when you just get in touch with the law enforcement officer.
Yes.
Up to the time you're dealing with the prisoner, the prison officer, you're in the system. But the judiciary has, its step, and the people before and the people after have their steps.
Yes.
Bond, bail, and surety in court are after I have been brought to court and I have been charged, correct?
Yes.
Now, before I was brought to court, I was arrested and the police had given me some bail.
Yes.
Does that involve the judiciary?
No.
Or is that separate?
No, that is police bond and cash bail. So the police actually, those days when we used to handle money, the police would come with a big brown envelope full of money. So if you have acquitted this person who had already paid for police bail for 5,000, he would count that 5,000, give this person, pays your money.
There.
Yeah, then go. Like that. So
what is police bond and bail?
So the police, when they are arresting you, and they need to charge you within 24 hours as per the Constitution, but they're still carrying out the investigation. So they'll give you bond. Go, but the day we want you, you must come.
Okay.
And that's why they're holding that particular cash bail. So when you produce yourself on the day they requested you to do, and then they'll bring you to court, they return your money.
Because you've now appeared in court.
Appeared in court, now the court will now set
now
its
you're
own.
You're in the hands of the court.
Yes.
So they've handed you over from police now to court.
Yes.
They give you back your money.
Correct.
Tumemalizana na wewe sasa wewe ni mali ya court.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this determination of how much I'm to pay for police bond or bail, who makes it? Is it in law? Is it the OCS to determine?
It's okay. Due to practice, you'd know.
Yeah, police bond 5,000 and.
Okay, it's not in statutes, unfortunately, but depending on the area, the crime offenders are. They are usually parameters. For example, in my village, Maragoli, if they tell me to pay cash bail of 10,000, that's a long order.
Yeah.
But in Nairobi, I can be told pay 10,000 and you'll pay the 10,000. So depending on your area, they would set the reasonable terms.
Okay. I mean, there are a number of questions coming through, and maybe we'll look at some of them. But one is, and maybe just some kind of clarity, that what is a determinant factor when it comes to then granting bail, and then what is a determinant factor for denying bail in court?
Okay. Let's start with denying. Number one, everybody, the Constitution was reviewed. You're supposed to get bond. But now, the old Constitution, capital offenses do not get bond. That was murder, robbery with violence, automatic. You stay there, we finish your case. It was like you're already guilty.
Yeah.
But now, you all are entitled to your bond and cash bail and surety. However, should the prosecution demonstrate to the court that you're a flight risk, that you're a danger to society at that particular moment, then the court may deny you. Yeah. Okay. But the prosecution must demonstrate those characters.
Okay. And then the judicial officer makes a decision based on those elements. Okay. Yes. So what's the time period between when bail is cancelled and when it is forfeited to the states?
Depending on how fast the court process is in that particular court area. Some people would do it immediately. Some people would drag the process. So depending. Let's say within 5 days, working days, it should have gone to the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So is it possible to pay bail or bond? I mean, I think we just went through that now, but I guess a little bit of an explanation. At a police station.
To pay?
Yes.
Yes, you pay.
You pay at the police station?
Yes.
Or you can pay at court?
No, there are two.
Okay.
When you're in the custody of the police, you pay the police. Oh, things are happening here.
I know.
Don't worry.
You pay the police, and that is called police bond. However, now when you come to court, you pay the judiciary.
Okay.
Yes.
And
we do not accept
they're
cash.
They're not the same.
Yeah, they're not the same, and we do not accept cash. You pay through the account number.
Oh, hang on a minute. What's the difference between the two?
What?
The police
bond and the judiciary
court bond.
Yes. Now, police, you're in the custody of the police station. When you've been arrested, they still want to carry out investigations, so they give you. Mostly in traffic cases and even these other crimes, depending on the length of time they'll take. So you pay, they release you, you come back, they return your money when they bring you to court. Or they return your money when they see there's no probable cause why we should take you to court.
Okay. So you can pay a police bond and go to court.
Yes.
Then the court can actually say that bond that you paid can now be released to you after we've done 1, 2, 3.
It's automatic.
Okay.
Police bond, once you bring your body to court, the police, they give you your money.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
All right.
Then now judiciary will set its own bond terms, and then using the money that you have been refunded by the police, depending on how much, now you can use it to pay the judiciary.
You choose whether you want to use it to or not.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go through the process of claiming.
Yeah.
So case is over. My person has been sentenced or has been released, and I'm the one who had placed. Let's start with the surety or with the cash bill.
With cash bill.
I'm the one who had posted the cash bill.
Yes.
100,000 shillings is in court. I have everything. I have my receipts. I have everything. Take me through that.
Now, once we receive your receipt, your ID, in case you've lost it,
so I have
and
to
bank
come
account,
to court.
You have to come to court.
So walk me through, where am I going in court?
When you come to court, you'll go to the registry and leave your documents with the registry. So when the registry will process it, now these days we are digital, we'll put it in the system. Like, this person wants to be refunded. Then now it will go to accounts. Then now accounts will feed in your bank details and all that, and money will come to you.
Within how long?
14 days maximum.
So within 14 days of me lodging my claim,
yes,
I should receive my money.
Yes.
Okay. I have lost one of the documents. I don't have an ID, I don't have a receipt. I have lost one of the things.
Yes. Now, if you've lost your receipt, you'll have to go and get a police abstract. Here you can get it at Huduma, anywhere, in the nearest Huduma or police station, and an affidavit from a lawyer swearing that indeed you really lost your original receipt.
Judiciary doesn't have a copy?
Of the...
in the system.
No, the new system, yes. But the old one that you have to bring. But in the new system, we are automated. You're good to go.
So in the new system, what do I do?
So in the new system, it's important that we are lacking are your bank accounts, and they come with your ID, just to verify that it is you who's now requesting to pay.
Okay.
And then now we'll process.
And in the event I don't have an ID, can I come with a passport?
Yeah, yes, your passport will identify you.
If none of the two, can I come with my Huduma number, Huduma card?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else.
My driving license. Driving license.
No, we don't.
It's a smart one. It's from the government of Kenya.
Okay, I need to verify with my accountant.
Okay.
That one.
But in the event I don't have any of this, then I come with a police abstract that I've lost my identification document, and that's good enough.
But you have the copy of your ID somewhere.
Yes. Or maybe not. But I haven't.
How are you surviving in Kenya? We should be arrested.
I walk around with an abstract. So if I have an abstract and I don't have a copy of the ID, do I then need the affidavit?
Passport. Then you'll need your passport. We need a document to identify you.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the same applies for claiming of a surety.
Yes, same
process.
Yes.
And then the document will be released to me. Now it's not being taken to a bank.
Now this will be the title deed will be released to you directly.
So I have to come back. They'll call me when it's ready.
No. That one is very fast. Because see, the document is already with us. So it's just you to identify yourself. We take you through the motions. Then now we give you back your title. Yeah.
Same day.
Logbook. Same day.
Okay, so let's see that you've been in custody in the cells, because this process before you pay bail or whatever, you're not just allowed to roam free. We know that.
Yes, in the court cells.
In the court cells.
Yeah.
But usually, if we talk about the situation on the ground, usually there are some interesting games that happen there, so that you can either stay another day and there's somebody who's waiting for you. How do you deal with the situations on the ground in reality whereby there's deliberate delays? Because we've heard things like this over and over again, where there's deliberate delays. You want to pay, there is no place, somebody has sent M-Pesa you can't remove and somebody's guard over. How do you deal with the actual situation on the ground to make sure that these processes, as you make sure and that there is proper access to justice, that these are seamless transactions, these are seamless processes whereby Mheshimiwa has said, look, grant it, move, and it's 12 noon, but we still find people at 4 p.m. can't get anything done. How do you deal with that to make the process seamless?
Thank you very much. Number one, we've gone automation. So if you have your money in your M-Pesa account, not that I'm promoting Safaricom, or Airtel account, or maybe the loop that you talked about, I don't know.
We like loop. Yeah.
So you pay. We have posters in courtrooms just showing you how, where, and how to pay.
Okay.
So what would delay? I know there are brokers. So actively courts must check their brokering processes because people are actually there. It is true. They are there, and people are confused, scared. So they take advantage of those people who are in the cell. But because we've gone automation, you can actually pay even while you're still in court. When the court is pronouncing your fine or cash bail, you can actually be paying. So when you get out of it, you say, I've already paid, and we process the necessary documents to release him. Okay. So that is number one. Number two, the court stations must aggressively check their processes individually, which I know they do. So you monitor, walk around, just see how are people.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very, very good lesson here that we've learned today. Hope that you never have to post bail for someone, because that's a close friend of yours who's actually facing through these things or going through these things or needing to be paid for. But we thank you very much for joining us, Principal Magistrate. The Honorable Wangari Mbulika is the Principal Magistrate. She's been our guest today, just creating awareness on the process of refund of cash bail or collection of surety. That's been our Justice Thursday conversation. It's 8 a.m. Time for the news.
up your